Hey friends, my name is Aaron Kasner. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and today we're going to talk about why PT sucks. Man, it sucks so bad. It's the worst thing I've ever experienced in my entire life, and I never want to do it again. And other dramatic things that people who've experienced PT may tell you if you haven't had PT. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to give you 3 ways to make PT a little bit easier for you and to speed up your recovery. All right, so obviously I'm biased. I don't think physical therapy sucks, but I'm a PT, so of course I don't think it sucks. But I can see where some people are coming from, where they feel like it does suck for them, or it's not their favorite thing to do in the whole world. So these are the 3 things that I think that is the reasons why they feel like they suck. So number 1, it requires a lot of effort. So a PT is supposed to find your faults and fix them, right? So we're constantly looking for some of these quote unquote negative things of how you move or different positions that your body might be in. And then we tell you to fix them, right? So then you have to take these exercises that we give you and you have to commit to them and you have to work on them and you have to be told when you're not doing it right. And that can be very discouraging. The second thing I think is why people feel like it's not their favorite thing is because it requires a lot of discipline. You have to commit to your exercises, right? You have to make sure that you're doing them every day. You have to make sure that you're doing them the right way too. So you have to be specific. You have to increase the awareness of your body and know what you're doing. And the last reason why I think that physical therapy sucks is because it doesn't get better overnight. This isn't something that you can go to the chiropractor, get your neck popped, and they say, okay, you're gonna feel better for a little bit. Once it falls out of line, then come back and I'll pop it again and you'll have instant relief. You don't typically have instant relief with physical therapy. You can. If there's a faulty movement and you're able to fix it pretty quickly, you could be good to go. Other times, if you've had surgery, it's a lengthy process. That's a long time to commit to something. And if you didn't plan on it, it's hard for you to really get into that motivation to want to get better, right? But I do have 3 ways that I think can make it a little bit easier for you so you don't feel like it sucks quite as much as other people may say that it does. So here are my 3 tips on how to make it suck a little less for you, or maybe even for you to be able to enjoy it. The number 1 way to make it easier for you is to be consistent. Now that doesn't mean make sure you're fully hardwired to make sure you do everything exactly the right way. You're gonna make mistakes. There's gonna be times where you don't have time to do all of your exercises, and that's okay. I would much rather you say, hey, I didn't get to my exercises today, but I got back to it the next day, than for you to try to hide it and pretend like you're doing them. It's okay, you're human. You're allowed to not be able to do everything perfectly, but be as consistent as you can. Right? Make sure that if you don't get to them in the morning, you do it in the afternoon or the evening time. But if you're really sore or something like that, it's okay. Give yourself some grace. The second thing that I think you should do is track your progress. Many times we don't see the improvements we're making because we're living in it every day. If I haven't seen you in a week and you come in, I see all of these things that have changed and how you're getting better while you may not see it. One of the ways to do that is to journal. Every day, write down something in your journal. Talk about the successes that you have. Talk about the things that you didn't think you'd be able to get to this soon and you did. You can write down some other things too, such as pain if you wanted to, and just track your pain scale and see how the pain feels or just how your body generally feels. I would say try to keep it as positive as you can because this can be a very discouraging experience. Just do your best with it. The second thing you can do in the sense of tracking your progress is to make micro goals. So with micro goals, it's something that's not necessarily like your end goal. So like your end goal may be to return to a sport or be able to work full time without pain, right? Like those are good goals, but that's a lengthy goal. So make a micro goal. Like let's say you're working on your knee. If you want to try to make a micro goal for that, say I want to try to just go up 1 step, right? Not the full flight of stairs, but just I want to achieve 1 step. Then once you do that, boom, you hit your micro goal. Now you move on to the next one, right? Then it's 5 steps or it's a flight of stairs or it's being able to walk without a walker or something in there that you can strive for and you can achieve maybe within a few days or a week. Nothing more than that because then it becomes more of a macro goal. And the third tip I have for you, and probably the most important one, is to communicate with your therapist. Don't try to hide things. Don't tell them that something doesn't hurt if it does. We need to know, right? So we can make adjustments and figure things out. And being honest, so like I mentioned earlier, if you're not doing your exercises, if it's because they feel too difficult for you or they do cause pain, let us know so we can figure it out together. You're not going to get better on your own, and you're not going to get better by me just telling you the things that you need to do, right? It has to be a communication, it has to be a relationship, so we can fight this problem together and get you better, get you back to working, get you back to your sport, get you back to doing the things that you want to do. So physical therapy doesn't have to suck. I get it. It's not the most desirable thing. People don't always look forward to physical therapy, but you can. You can look forward to communicating with your therapist about the things that you've achieved, the things that have gotten better. You get to talk to them about some things that you advanced but are having trouble with and how to make it better. And it's okay if you get discouraged. You're not supposed to feel all pumped up all the time, right? This is a hard process. There's times with my patients where we may only do a handful of exercises because there's a lot of fear going on, or there's a lot of questions they may have about how their body works, or the things that they're trying to do and things that they're trying to achieve. And to me, education is the most important part. If you understand, you're more likely to do your exercises. You're more likely to try to fix and tweak these things. I don't want you to need me to get better. So just use me as a tool for as long as you can, and then you can use these things in the future. I've had patients come back to me and talk to me about those things where they have said, yeah, you told me this little secret of how I should move and it works. So anytime that I'm feeling pain in my knee, I just remember that and I try to fix how I'm moving and it goes away. Okay, so that's what you should strive for. Now, if you've had physical therapy before and you have some other little cheat codes or things that you can do to make it better for you, why don't you comment below and try to help some people out that are trying to look for some of these answers. So if you're interested in any more of these videos related to beginner physical therapy, there's going to be an entire series. So click in the link below or go ahead and click on the YouTube channel and see what else I have in store for you guys. Thanks.